So week 1 is about reshaping you. Mind, body, spirit, the holistic you, as I say. And I'm not talking about holistic medicine. I'm talking about the holistic person of who you were created to be. You know, we are physical bodies, we have our mind, and we have spiritual bodies. And when we focus on one area and neglect the other, or neglect all the areas, we can see that it does affect us in different aspects of our lives. So I am about focusing on the holistic you, which is how we were created to be. So I want to talk about bringing balance into our life in terms of where we are. You know, we live in such a chaotic world right now, don't we? And please make sure you're putting your comments in if you agree or you want to share something insightful into the comments box. But we live in such a chaotic world, and certainly it's up to us to bring that balance and to bring that consistency in our walk, not only in our own personal space as we manage ourselves, but more importantly with our loved ones and with our family and with those we lead, with those that we work with on a day-to-day basis in our workplace, coworkers, our family, and those loved ones that are centered around us. And so the first one I want to touch on is your physical you. So we all know that we get one body on this earth, and when that body rots and goes, that's it. It's all over. And so it's super important to take care of our body. To take care of our body, not only with what we put into our body, but also more importantly, what we take in terms of our health and our diet and our exercise and every part of our body. And don't we know now with what's going on with COVID, how so much of the severe illness and the hospitalizations that have happened to people have been people with extenuating health circumstances, with compromised systems or immunity or diseases. And so I'm a big believer in your physical body and taking care of your body. The Bible tells us it is a temple, and we are a temple, and we just have to take care of our body. So what I'm doing to reset for this year, Rebecca is actually has been on a 1-week vegetarian kick. So I do this every January. I've done this for about 10 years. And I do love vegetables, but I'm not a vegetarian. As you all know, I am a Texan, and I love my steak, and I love my meat, and I love my fish. But for the month of January, I am resetting this body by going 100% vegetarian. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm cutting out, basically it's all the stuff that's not good for me. I'm cutting out all the whites, sugar, bread, pasta, white potatoes. I am taking on just whole grain and vegetables. I am also cutting out fish for the month of January, although you can incorporate fish if you want to. It's not as bad for you as regular meat. But I am just going vegetarian. It is what I've done for the past, I would say 10, 15 years. It's worked really well for me in terms of detox. So that's my reset physical body. I would also encourage you to work exercise into your routine, into your regimen. And listen, exercise doesn't have to be about getting to the gym every day. It doesn't have to be about even getting to the gym frequently. You can get outside and take a walk. You can actually walk around the neighborhood. So one rule of thumb with me is I try to take the stairs as often as I can. If you are going into a public building, or you're going to a mall, or you're in a parking garage, take the stairs instead of the elevator. So I used to work for Kay Bailey Hutchison. She was the United States Senator here from Texas, and Kay used to take the stairs religiously every time she was in the Senate building. You could never catch her in an elevator. She walked those stairs. And so take the stairs. Do something simple. Don't complicate it. I think when we try to work ourselves up to say we're going to go to the gym 7 days a week or 3 days a week or whatever, we stay consistent through the month of January, and then it falls off. So just find something that you can get into your groove with and do that physical focus to get your body right. The second one is about mental reset. So listen, your mental state is hugely connected to your health. I am a big fan of Dr. Caroline Leaf. This is one of my favorite books. Thank you, Jen Gauze, my coach, for turning me on to Dr. Leaf. She has a book called Think, Learn, and Succeed. Dr. Leaf is a renowned neuroscientist. So wouldn't you say that she's a pretty smart gal? She's incredibly smart, actually. And here's what she says. A growing body of evidence shows that our thought life and our mind have incredible power over our intellectual, our emotional, our cognitive, and our physical well-being. Our thoughts and our mind can limit us to what we believe, or they can free us up to develop abilities, listen, beyond our expectations and beyond the expectations of others. When we choose a mindset that exceeds our abilities rather than limits our abilities, we will experience greater intellectual satisfaction, greater emotional control, and greater physical health. Listen, this book has changed my life. I would highly recommend that you read it. Dr. Leaf has literally had millions and millions of people that she's impacted through her neuroscience work, and she connects the ability of the brain to affect the physical and the emotional state, and even disconnect and trigger issues such as mental illness. So I actually highly recommend that we reset our minds. I will tell you what I'm doing for my reset. I've been doing this really for the last couple of months. I sit 7 minutes a day. Try it. Quiet. Zero thoughts, zero thinking, zero IT equipment, zero phones, just no noise, no worship, no nothing, just quiet in a room. And for me, and those of you that know me, I am ADD. I am hyperactive all the time. It is very difficult to get into 7 minutes. But Dr. Leaf has a science case study connected to that 7 minutes of emptying your brain and harnessing that silence in your mind to really clear your thoughts. So it's Dr. Leaf, Dr. L-E-A-F. She is a neuroscientist, and she's got probably 7 or 8 books. She's on TED Talks. She's got a ton of followers on YouTube. I would recommend that you listen to her podcast. The book I have is called Think, Learn, Succeed. So reset your mental focus for 2022. Listen, don't allow the negative, toxic people that bring toxicity into your brain into your life. Because as the brain goes, there the heart goes, there the body goes, right? So it starts in your brain. We all know our thoughts are critically important to our ability to be successful or unsuccessful. So we want to stop it in our brain by that form of, for me, it's about meditation, it's about prayer, it's about silencing my thoughts, it's about recalibrating my brain and teaching my brain not to go negative. And so it's not something that happens overnight. I'm still a work in progress. I haven't arrived, but it's a powerful, powerful tool. So how do you set your mind daily? I can tell you how I do it. I absolutely spend my first morning of the day, usually around 7 a.m. This morning it was a little earlier, but usually around 7 or 7:30 a.m. I carve out 40 minutes, 45 minutes max to myself, and I just recalibrate myself. I do that silence, 7 minutes of silence. I get into the Word and I read the Bible, and I just really journal and meditate on the things that I want to believe for myself that day. I pray over my team. I meditate and declare positive things over my team at AG, positive things over my children and my family, and I just really calibrate my mind into that positivity. It's really important. This is such, I wouldn't say it's as important as your physical, but it's just as important as every other element as well. So there are two things I want to share as I move into the spiritual component. So we all know that we are spiritual beings. We are, again, physical, we are mental, and we are spiritual. And we can't deny that we are created as spiritual beings. And for me, it's about my faith. It's about understanding who I am in my faith and who God has created me to be. For you, you have your own faith. I certainly don't dictate or advocate for, a certain religion. I think faith is an important component of all of our lives, and whatever journey you find yourself in, find your faith. Find where your faith is. Listen, faith in yourself and faith in a higher power. For me, it's about God. God has been the center of my life in every realm, and I actually find that when I don't spiritually connect to God and to His ability to give me strength or to give me insights or wisdom or to really help me recalibrate my thought process, I find that I do have a different kind of day. when I don't start my day in meditation or in prayer, my day goes crazy, as it does. And I know there are some of the AG team members online. You know what an incredibly busy time we have right now. And I find that I have to recalibrate myself and stay centered, because if I don't set the tone for my team or my home or my family, it becomes a very difficult process. And so I'm a big believer in the spiritual component of who you are as a person. It is why I have set it under week 1, reshaping you in terms of mind, physical, and spiritual, because it is such an important part of the reset. I would encourage you to find a community of faith in a local church or a local Bible study or a local spiritual group that you can connect to. It's really important for you to have that. We're meant to do life together. One of the weeks I'll be talking about reshaping relationships, and I'll be talking more about that. But today I just wanted to set the context for that. So I hope this has encouraged you. We're right at 20 minutes. So I committed to keep it short and sweet. So I want to just invite you to join me next Monday again at 12:30 Central. I'll be starting right on time for 15 minutes of a reset challenge for 2022. And if you've enjoyed this, please share it out with others so that they can join as well. And I want to just wish everybody a happy new year and Godspeed to you in all you do in 2022. Take care.